Where you get that Mickey Mouse dress, that Louis Vuitton, baby? Who bought that for you?
This is not hide. You buy
What you making, baby?
coffee for the king.
Oh, so sweet, baby. Making coffee for the king.
You're not fit for us, kid. Look, the one, the spring roll, store that in there.
What do you mean, stole it?
We open the lid of the food and he get that. Lucky that I see him that he bring that. I pay 10 pesos.
He stole a spring roll? Or Jake? You gotta pay for them spring rolls, buddy. Yeah, all kind of interesting stuff up there.
Oi, just strasza. I saw the okay in there anyway, so no.
Maybe I thought you were making me real coffee.
No, you do not real coffee.
Oh, baby. I got the Nescafe over there. You just give me that powder stuff.
You don't have a knife. This burn,
You got me all excited. I thought you were making me real coffee.
No, you don't have. You can drink in that too. Why are you complaining?
Baby, I want some real coffee, baby.
Ah, you don't have it. What can I do? You need to buy after you have. This is real coffee. Coffee.
Hey, that's not real coffee. That's like hot chocolate, coffee flavor.
At least it's coffee. Oh, creamy coffee mixer. That's all you need. At least it's coffee. Not too much work. Oh,
Okay, so I got a good comment here. I just read. Let's see. Hey Joe, speaking of vegetables, when eating raw vegetables, do you wash them in tap or bottled water? And this is a question I get asked a lot of times. You know, obviously over here in the Philippines, pretty much anywhere when you leave the West, you can't drink the tap water. Okay, over here what we do, we have the jugs. You've seen them in all my cooking videos. Those blue jugs are what are they? 20 pesos, 25 pesos, I think it is. I get them filled over at my buddy Joe's water place over by La Grande. It's called Passionate Water. Because I know the water is straight, change the filters, they're doing what they're supposed to do, right? A lot of these water places around here, they're not changing their filters as they're supposed to, and their water is not truly potable. No need to name any names, but you know, filters cost money. So when you get this bottle, or when you get the filtered water over here, it needs to be from a place that you trust, that they're doing everything they're supposed to do in the back, or you're just getting tap water. So anyhow, you interrupted my award-winning YouTube video. Thanks, baby. Thank you for that cameo appearance. Y'all see the stress I'm under, folks. So anyhow, if you never left the West, you can't drink the tap water here. You have to go get those jugs filled up, roughly 50 cents. Now they deliver them, they lift them, so it's not a big deal. You don't even have to call the guys. Every week or so, whatever rotation they think you're on, they show up, hit the horn. Hey, you need water? Yeah, here's 2 empties, and then they bring it back and you pay them. Too easy. But if you're asking for a recommendation here in Angel Lee City, it's called Passionate Water. It's right down from La Grande. So if you're standing in the door of La Grande, walk out, take a right. It's down on the left next to a laundromat. Just ask for Mel. Tell him Marco sent you. And certainly appreciate y'all going down there and helping out his business. Okay, so back to the original question. Do we wash our vegetables with the tap water, or do we use the filtered water, or do we use bottled water? Okay, we live here, so we use the tap water to wash the vegetables. Now, if you want to get into the particulars and into the details, that's how a lot of people who have never traveled before get what's called traveler's diarrhea. In other words, you get some type of bacteria to screw up your stomach. And a lot of times it's, say you eat a salad, right? So you're going to take the lettuce, they're going to wash the lettuce in tap water, and then you're going to eat a salad, which is not cooked, and therefore you're ingesting some of the tap water. You pick up a little bug. It's usually easily handled by a couple of doxycycline tabs. So if you're going to travel outside of your home country...
Sorry for disturbing. You still use this?
What is that? No, you can watch those, baby. I was out in the field and got briars all over them. Anyhow, if you're going to travel, talk to your doctor about getting some doxycycline tablets, or just say, hey man, I'm traveling outside the U.S., for example. I'm going to Central America. I'm going to Southeast Asia. Can you give me a prescription, or give me some doxycycline tablets as a backup, just in case I get a little touch of traveler's diarrhea? That way I don't have to go seek out a local doctor, get a prescription, or go to a pharmacy while I'm island hopping. It's always good to have on hand. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm not a doctor. Put that disclaimer out there. But I'm giving you food for thought to go talk to your doctor, discuss that you're going on a trip, and have some of these preventive medicines in your bag, so you don't have to go seek out medicine when you're traveling, island hopping, off the beaten path. That's not the time to go find medicine. I've done videos about this before, but I always carry a couple of Z-Packs, Zithromax, which are 6 tablets, 250 milligrams each. Let me don't even go there. Like, I carry a Zithromax, which we call a Z-Pack, and I carry a bunch of doxycyclines when I go out traveling, just in case. Now, doxys are also anti-malarial. For example, say you were deploying to a place like Afghanistan, which malaria is, endemic to the area. Prior to going, you would take 1 doxycycline, 100 milligrams per day for 30 days before. You're going to take one every day that you're there, and you're going to take one a day for 30 days afterwards as an anti-malarial medication. Food for thought. Okay, so let me get back to the topic at hand. So if you eat a salad that was washed in tap water, technically you're getting some of that bacteria from that tap water. into your system, and it's a very easy way to get traveler's diarrhea. If you're eating food that's cooked and it's cooked properly, then if they're washing the food with tap water, it shouldn't be an issue because they're cooking it, it's thoroughly cooked, and it's good to go. You see me on my cooking shows, I always cook everything well done. Now some of y'all have, I think a couple people might have accused me of burning the meat on one occasion, maybe a year ago. I ain't never burned nothing in my life. But I'll tell you, nobody's ever gotten sick off of my cooking. I cook everything thoroughly. Okay, so do we wash the vegetables in tap water? Yes, but I'm going to cook everything thoroughly. Now, if you were making a salad, we should really use the filtered water. Okay, wash it off with the filtered water, you're good to go. And maybe that's what she does, I don't really pay attention. But when you live, if you're a traveler to a certain area, like say brushing your teeth, you brush your teeth with bottled water if you're on a week or 2 week vacation, because you don't want to get traveler's diarrhea and ruin your vacation, right? So yeah, use the bottled water. But folks, I've been in Southeast Asia for 10 years. I don't use bottled water when I brush my teeth. I use the tap water. But you have to understand that when you live in a certain region, your immune system is going to build up those antibodies to, you know, various things that are local to that region. So I don't wash my vegetables with bottled water, we just use tap water. I brush my teeth with tap water. I'll have to ask her what she does about the salads, but she probably just uses tap water, and I'm fine. However, if you've never been here and you came over to my house to eat, I would make sure and certain that if she's preparing a salad, it's with the filtered water. So I hope that kind of answers the question, because that's a very good question, and that's a question I get asked often. And folks, some people have never traveled. They're here on my channel, they're doing research like they do research on all these other channels because they've never traveled before. They've never left the West. Majority of people in America don't even have a passport. They can't tell you the difference between a passport or a visa because they've never traveled. Hell, a lot of my family historically never left the state of Mississippi. You know, like the farthest they went was Memphis, Tennessee. And when I was a kid and we had to go to Memphis, everybody was loading shotguns, you know, strapping on pistols, extra ammo in the trunk. It was like we were going to the moon. So I know a lot of people here are seasoned world travelers. This is redundant. But there's a percentage of folks here who have never left their home country. And if you have an opinion on this, put it down in the comments. Maybe you live here and every day you brush your teeth with bottled water. You know, maybe you think I'm crazy for using tap water. But that's what I do. That's what I do. I'm fine. I'm healthy. Feel like a champion every day. Check out them guns. The Macho Man. Macho Man Randy Savage. Who remembers that wrestling back in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Hey, one of your comments, you're asking about the aircraft that were flying in on yesterday's video with Captain Warner. If you want to know more about the ultralight, the type of aircraft that he's flying, he has his own channel. It's called Luzon Aviation. Go over to his channel and you can see a lot of videos. He talks about the engines and, you know, more pilot stuff, more aviation stuff. Really cool dude, good friend of mine. If you want to come here and take an ultralight flight, you know, two places that I showed you, either Pradera Verde or Angeles City Flying Club. And so just call those two places, ask for Captain Warner. But if you go over to his YouTube channel, he has more information over there. It's called Luzon Aviation. What you eating, sweetie girl? Some masarap? Yeah, the airplane.
Big airplane, Dada.
Yeah, you want to go ride the airplane with Kuya Warner?
To your mother, huh?
Okay, folks, another good comment. This is from John. It's me. Coming into Manila, what's the easiest / cheapest way to get up to Angeles City? Okay, now look, I haven't been down there in a year. Okay, but I stopped by the bus. There's a bus called Genesis or Point to Point. I've talked about it before. I can't even remember what videos I talked about it in. Obviously it's been a while, but if you're at SM Clark here in Angeles City, the SM that you can see from Walking Street from your hotel room over there. There, right up front, is a bus that runs from SM Clark straight down to the airport in Manila. Now, about 2 months ago, I checked with the guy and I said, hey, what's the requirements to get on the bus? He said, face mask and a Fauci card. I think that's what he said. So there's no prior paperwork, everything's back to running pseudo-normal. And I'll go by there and, or if I can go back through the video, I'll tell you the price. But it's like $4. $4 or $5, 180 pesos. I think is what he said. You go over to SM Clark, get on that bus. It takes you straight down to the airport in Manila. It is too easy. Now, I don't have the current schedule, but before all this madness, that bus ran every hour on the hour. The only time it didn't run, I think there was a break, like from 2 in the morning. Maybe they skipped 03 and went to 4. But pretty much, if you walk out of Terminal 3, now look, I haven't been down there in a while, so take it with a grain of salt. And some of you have. You can put the updated info down in the comments. But if you were to walk out of Terminal 3, look over to your right, way down there at the end is where that bus stops. They have a little waiting area, at least they used to. You get on that bus, it only stopped at one other place, and usually it never stopped because there were never any passengers there at some mall, but basically that's an express bus from Terminal 3 up to SM Clark. In other words, you're right up here in Angeles City. It is too easy. You're going to save a lot of money. It's a brand new bus. It's aircon. Matter of fact, that damn bus will freeze you out. It's cold on that bus, especially if it's at night. So what's the easiest, cheapest way? Is that point-to-point Genesis bus from the airport to SM Clark, and then 150 peso trike over to your hotel room, and boom, you're here ready to party. So anybody who's got the updated schedule, got a photo of the updated schedule, or the times, like I said, it used to run every hour on the hour with like one gap in the middle of the night. But too easy. I mean, you stumble out, and you look around, there's the bus. The longest you're waiting for it to depart is like 55 minutes, right? And then it's leaving out. Maybe I thought you already ate breakfast.
No, not yet.
That was a snack?
No, I'm not yet.
Okay, well, I'm trying to make an award-winning YouTube video here. I'm
You
talking
want
about...
a drink before I go to eat?
I got a beer?
No.
No, I'm fine. I got my coffee, baby.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, anyhow, so if anybody knows any more details, put that down in the comments. And the next time I go to the SM, I'll talk to the guy, get all the updated info. But there you go. How can you beat that? Roughly $4 to get to Angeles City, and then 150 trike. So let's say $7 US. $7 to ride a brand new bus from Manila all the way, well, the trike ain't brand new, but $7, Manila Airport to your hotel, Angeles City. You can't beat it. Can't beat it at all. And it's not some non-aircon old raggedy, but no, they're brand new. Trust me, you'll be glad you did. It's, what do you want to pay a taxi? $3,000, $3,500, whatever they're asking for. You're not going to get here any quicker. You're going to get here, what, 5 minutes quicker? Save that money in your pocket, take the bus. That's my advice. All right, folks, here's one more thing I wanted to talk about. Now, we sell t-shirts. I would say merchandise, but really all I have on the Teespring site, well, now I think it's just called Spring. Anyhow, if you run a channel, you can get up on spring.com, used to be called Teespring, and you can sell merchandise. They got a lot of stuff on there now, and basically it's too easy. It's all print on demand, so all you do is go on there, make an account, you upload your logo on the t-shirts, mugs, all these different kind of products, and you can link that Spring account with your YouTube account. So from the US, if you're watching my video, down below the video you'll see the t-shirt or the mug up for sale. And so it's free advertisement for your merchandise. But with the model, it's called print on demand. In other words, there's no inventory. It's not like we manufacture 100 mugs and they're sitting in a warehouse waiting to be sold, or they print 100 t-shirts and they're sitting on a shelf anywhere. It's print on demand. So what happens if you order that t-shirt or that mug, it goes in a queue, and like every week or every 2 weeks, say there's 10 t-shirts to be printed, they'll print them all and ship them as soon as they're printed. Okay, it's a great model because there's no inventory. Well, it has pros and cons. There's no inventory, there's no waste. You order one unit, they print one unit, that's it, they ship it out. I don't touch it. I don't see those orders. All I do is log in and I look at the metrics. So that's what everybody does because YouTube is linked in with spring.com, Teespring. The downside to that is that you, the creator, the person selling the merchandise, I have no visibility over quality control, and I do not like that about the model. But it's the same way with my books. Okay, my books are print on demand, the paperback copies. So when you order a book, it gets printed, it gets shipped by Amazon. I don't see it. So if there's a quality issue, really the only way that you understand it is to listen to the feedback from the buyers, from you guys, or B, periodically order a sample of that product and see how they're printing it, right? So I don't like that about the system. I would rather go out and print 100 t-shirts where I'm in the process, I'm checking the quality, I'm making sure they're all straight. And folks, I've done a lot of t-shirt orders throughout my days. Whenever somebody come up with an idea, hey, let's do a t-shirt, for some reason I always volunteered, and I went and I did the t-shirt orders. I have a lot of experience working with companies that print t-shirts and the quality control, and I go through them t-shirts, and if there's 3 that I don't like, I reject them, make them credit me the money back. There's a lot of quality control. But with print on demand, where you order it, they print it, ship straight to you, I never see that product. Now with that long disclaimer, I get some feedback from you guys that say, hey man, these t-shirts are great quality, love it. And then the next person will say, hey man, this t-shirt fell apart the next day when I washed it. All the printing came off the back. It does concern me because I don't like putting out, I don't want to sell anybody a t-shirt that falls apart the next day. But I don't have any visibility over it. And a couple of times I've almost just canceled that out because of some of the comments. I'm like, that it's just not good business. But if you do, I guess I'll have to research exactly what their return policy is. But if you order one of my shirts or one of the mugs and it's not right, send it back to Teespring. Tell them, hey, this ain't right, I want it replaced, I want a refund, whatever. And I'm going to do some research on it and see exactly how hard it is to return the shirt or the mug or whatever we're going to sell. And if it's a pain in the ass, I may just scrap that. But the problem is, say I go here in the Philippines and I print out 100 t-shirts. Well, now I'm shipping t-shirts all over the world. There's customs issues, different costs in shipping. That's like I'd have to hire a full-time employee to deal with that. So that's why the print on demand works. Occasionally I guess they'll send out some stuff that's maybe not up to par. And if they do, just send it back. Send it back to them. get your money back, or tell them to send me another one until you're satisfied. So I appreciate the comments. I appreciate you guys buying the merchandise, but just understand the model. If I had a big warehouse, folks, you know, and they didn't print it right, or it's crooked, or whatever, I wouldn't be sending that out. Okay, so thanks for the comment. Thanks for the comment. And thanks for understanding how the print-on-demand model works.
So pretty today, baby.
Yeah, I'm pretty and cleaning.
Beautiful when you clean.
You're not kidding.
A little rearranging here. Back to more of a linear cooking area. Kind of mixed it up a little bit. Clean things up. Every now and then you got to do a little spring cleaning. So we took the trampoline, and as you can see, all that cooking area is no more. It's moved over here. Oh, one thing for safety. Talked to my buddy, he said no problem. So I put the tanks on the far side of this wall over there. So the tank's on the far side of the wall. That way if one of them things cooks off, it's just going to blow itself up into the mango tree. Or if there's a fire, you got concrete wall separating the area. And oh, by the way, the kids can't get over there and start playing with the tanks, or they've never done that before, but you never know. So now the kids can't get to the valves on the tanks. Just reach over that wall, turn them on, go to cooking. So over here, we've rearranged it back to trampoline over in the corner. Swimming pool / ball pit right there. And you get your dining area. It looks a lot bigger. Oh, and the reason for it, we took out that big swimming pool. It's around back. Yeah, Papa, go bye-bye for a little bit, okay?
Alis na nga yun.
I have to tell you, you the best wife number 2 I ever had. You the baby.
Sige, tawa-tawa ka. Kunin mo, kunin mo. Go. Bilisan mo na. Big dog.
You look like the movie director or a superstar. Are you an actress? Are you an actress?
No, tipin. Ma, put mama dito. Ter ako ang baby. Yeah, baby to. Ter ate, ter baby. Ter. Ter
Get you a pink chair.
She said, honey, that's why that's for her because they have pink now in the back of the chair.
What's that?
Do you look the
It's
piggy?
okay, brother. Will share the chair with you, but we'll get you a pink one, okay?
Big one.
You want a pink one or a red one? We'll get a Hello Kitty chair.
Kitty there.
Yeah.
And there. And
Yeah.
there.
You put your water right there in the cup holder.
There.
Dala